Alright, back again. Same outfit. Explained in the other video. Because I like recording in twos. You never know. The week gets crazy out here, so let's get back into it. Alright, so the question is, what scares you most about what happens next? Now, this question is rather interesting. Well, the thing for me is I would say the thing that scares me the most about what happens next is I would say getting my divorce. And it's not so about the divorce within itself, it's more so about her. Because of the fact that I know that I was her out, basically. I was her way out. And she got herself caught up back into that stuff. So now she's trapped back where she is at home. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Her family treats her fucked up. And they always have. They always treat her like the scapegoat for every fucking situation. So the thing that scares me the most is that when I get divorced from her, she may truly fucking lose it. Or, I don't want to say that, that thing, but I mean, I don't think she would, but you never know. So, I think it's just mainly that, like, the fact of her well-being when everything's said and done. Because I think ultimately it would demolish her because of the fact that she would feel like she failed. I mean, even now she feels like she failed, but I feel like this would just be the nail in the coffin to be like, yeah, you completely destroyed yourself. But then again, you never know. So, and I think that maybe finally living abroad, I feel like a lot of people will hold resentment towards me. That's not even a fear. That's just like something that I like sense that people will hold resentment towards me for pursuing my goals and basically being a man of my word and doing what I said I was going to do, which is live abroad. Because people get envious. They get envious of you. And it's hard to find genuine people out here. It's very tough. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a two-way street with this question, because it's like I'm more so worried about divorcing my wife and what the hell is going to happen to her. And it's like, yeah, I know, you're supposed to not care anymore or not give a damn. But at the same time, it's like, you've married this person, you thought this was going to be your person. And despite the fact you don't want to see nothing bad happen to them regardless of anything, no matter how bad the situation was. I mean, that's just not the type of person I am. I don't wish ill will on people. So, yeah, I don't know. This one's kind of tricky to answer.
Subscribe.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this question because this one is, what is something you regret telling someone? But I don't really regret telling anybody anything because everything I tell somebody is the truth. Now, I don't sugarcoat shit, so. But yeah, we're gonna skip this one because I mean, like, if you regret telling somebody something, then yeah, no. Okay. So the question is, when's the time you felt forgotten? Okay, I'll tell you a story. A time I felt forgotten. So, and I believe I spoke about this in earlier vlogs too, but I was talking about how my dad is a drug addict or whatever. And I recall that I spoke about this as well, that we were out selling candy, but it was basically my birthday, right? And my dad was like, here, take this box of candy and get out there. Well, no, sorry, my bad. Let me backtrack. So it was my birthday. I went out and I was walking around downtown Long Beach. And I happened to see my mom out there because this was about the time where my mom had separated from my dad. So she was living in San Pedro with my two sisters, and me and my two brothers at the time were living with my dad. So I'd seen her downtown, and she was like, oh, happy birthday, son. What do you want for your birthday? And I was like, well, I've been looking at these shoes that I wanted, and they were these slip-on Airwalks that I wanted, right? So I was like, I just want these slip-on Airwalks. They were like, I think they were like $30 at the time, right? So she goes and takes me to the store. She buys me the Airwalks. I'm all happy. I'm like, thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. She's like, of course. You know, you're my son. It's your birthday. You know, and I mean, we didn't come from no wealthy family or anything like that. Like, she did what she could at the end of the day. So I'd say it's about 11-ish, and I started heading home. My new shoes. I'm all excited, right? So I go back home. I head up the stairs, and I come inside, and my dad's in there, right? So my dad's in there. Obviously, he's been drinking. And the first thing he does, he looks at me, and he goes, Ray. He's like, where the fuck you been all day? You're supposed to have a box of candy in your hand. You're supposed to be going to go sell candy. And I was like, Larry, it's my birthday. I went out and I saw Mom, and she bought me some shoes for my birthday. And he was like, what the fuck? He's like, you supposed to be selling candy. So he pulls back, clocks me in the fucking face, right? I'm sitting there freaking crying and shit. I'm fucking holding my fucking face. And he's like, stand over there. Go stand over there. So I'm standing over there, and where I'm standing at is basically like, so we have like a room. It's a 1-bedroom apartment like this, so basically a square. We have a bunk bed here towards the corner. We have I think it was a queen size bed here. And then say behind me, like if this was the back wall, there was another bunk bed. It was like a wooden bunk bed. So we had a wooden one here, and then we had a metal bunk bed here. And then if you go down, we had the bathroom down on the side. So basically, I'm standing there holding the metal bunk bed, like holding the top of the bunk bed. So he comes back with some scissors, and he goes, Ray, take off those fucking shoes. And I was like, why? He's like, fucking take off the shoes. So he's like, you know what? Never mind. I'll snatch them motherfuckers. So he fucking lifts my fucking leg up, snatches my shoes off my feet, right? Brand new fucking Airwalks. Takes the scissors and cuts them down the middle on both of them. And he was like, now take this box of candy and get your ass out there and sell this fucking candy. So I'm sitting here fucking gotta put these old dusty ass shoes back on, right? And I get out there with this box of candy. So I head back downtown. My brother Jasper's there with my cousins. So I'm sitting there walking around, and this old lady, I was like, hey man, would you like to buy a candy? And she goes, sure, how much are they? I was like, oh, it's only $1. So then I guess my cousins, they had told my brother, they was like, hey, as a prank, you should light your brother on fire, light his shirt on fire. So his dumb ass is gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, let's do it. So his dumb ass goes and gets the lighter and lights the back of my shirt on fire. I'm sitting here trying to make a sale. The lady screams at the top of her lungs. She's like, oh my God, you're on fire, you're on fire. Everybody's like, oh my God, you need to stop, drop, and roll. So I freaking dropped the box of candy. I'm sitting there rolling around, gets the fire out. I see my mom again, and she's like, what the hell happened? I was like, fucking Jasper set me on fucking fire and shit. So we go to the fucking hospital. She takes me to the hospital, right? She's sitting there with me. The doctor's like, well, you got burned, so we're gonna have to basically put ointment and all this shit and pop the blisters. So I had like blisters and shit on me. So I'm sitting there, the doctors patch me up. I'm sitting there laying in the hospital, and I have the box of candy. It's on the side over here on the table. Now I'm guessing she called him or some shit. So my dad basically shows up to the fucking hospital. He walks in the room. Doesn't even acknowledge my existence. Doesn't acknowledge that I'm even there. He just goes, where's the box of candy? Right. So I point over to the box of candy. He goes over there, grabs the box of candy, looks at the money in the box of candy, and walks right the fuck out the door. Didn't say a word to me, just walks the fuck out the door. So you tell me why I should give a damn about my dad. Honestly. I was like, what type of man are you to know that your son is in the hospital because he got burned, that you say, you know what, I don't give a fuck about him. Only thing I care about is that box of candy and the amount of money he made selling that box of candy. Like, be for real, man. So I'm pretty sure that right there is a prime answer to this question about when's the time you've been or felt forgotten. That's 100% being forgotten, to the point where I don't even exist in a hospital room, and you were worried about nothing but a box of candy and some fucking money. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But then got the audacity to want to fucking try to reconcile relationships? Nah. I'm good. But anyways, that's a story for y'all to sit on. But yeah, shit, I don't even know how to end the damn video now. I'm over here pissed off thinking about that shit. Holy shit. Shit got me mad again. But anyways, y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.